Hey guys, how's it going? So we got a video of a thug here beating up a white dude simply because he's white. And then they tried to lie and say that he said the N-word. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit what somebody says. You start punching them, you deserve to be, well, let's just say put in prison. I'll stop there. Okay? Don't assault anybody. I don't care what somebody says to you. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, brown, I don't care. This is unacceptable. The thing about it is the left seems to think that violence is going to make people want to vote for them. They're violent, they're unruly, and they have no platform. They have absolutely no interest in doing anything other than trying to make this country into an anarchist country or a communist country, which is really, really ironic. Because they're floating between both sides of the extreme, right? Oh, we want no government at all, but then after we have no government at all, we're going to implement, like, hardcore government. As hardcore as it could possibly get. What a stupid stance that these people have. They don't have any kind of a foundation at all. It's really, really stupid. So anyway, he never said the word. Guy never said the word. Let's get into it. Macy says black man who punched white employee was unprovoked. Now, before I go on with this, I actually do want to say I found the article and I linked it below in my last video. I found it literally seconds after because I used Google and not DuckDuckGo. Man, I'm really not liking DuckDuckGo. I gotta say, I'm really not liking it too much. Really annoying. Found it almost immediately. But anyway, read the article in my last video and all that, and it's pinned there. So, Macy said the black man who was caught on video attacking the white store employee in Michigan was unprovoked. The video had circulated on various social media platforms since last Monday, and the man who originally posted the video, a rapper known by the name of Quay, who should also be very much charged in this, said it was sparked by the Macy's employee saying the N-word to a black man in the store. The suspect is Quay's brother. So he completely fabricated this whole thing. Now he's an accessory. Good job, guy. Good job. Way to be that stupid. So, anyway, him and his brother deserve some hardcore prison time for assault on somebody that didn't deserve it at all. And it wouldn't matter if he said the N-word or not. That's not enough, not nearly enough for you to assault somebody. Seriously, it's not. Somebody says something to me, yeah, I'll probably yell back. I'll probably get heated. I'm not going to start throwing punches. I will never throw a punch until somebody throws a punch at me. I'm not just going to flat out assault somebody. You don't punch somebody first. Most of the time, if people can abide by that rule, fights won't usually break out. But the person who throws that first punch deserves to get in trouble. You're not supposed to fight. It's kind of the way this country is. If you're a liberal, that's the way you should think. It's a little ridiculous. These people have completely regressed backwards. It's psychotic. We are deeply saddened about the incident that took place on Monday, June 15th, at Macy's, Genesee Valley. At the safety of Macy's customers and colleagues is our top priority. Andrea Swartz, Senior Director of Media Relations for Macy's, said to a local Michigan outlet, violence in the workplace of any kind is unacceptable. All the materials from the evening have been reviewed, and it's clear the attack was unprovoked. They have cameras all throughout that store. So I don't believe these guys for a split second. And they showed all the footage. He never said anything. All he said was he's sorry and that he didn't touch him. So, I don't know. It's really sick. I can't wait to see these guys rot in prison. Violence in the workplace is... oh yeah, I've already read all that. We are working closely with local authorities on this investigation and will defer any further comments about the case to them per policy. The video shows the employee, whose name has not been released, talking on his phone before getting punched in the head. And he says, I didn't touch you, I'm sorry. The man who was then on the ground said, then he is repeatedly hit. Some Twitter users said the incident should be investigated as a hate crime. Now, I gotta disagree with that. I'm so sick of these hate crime things. Obviously, if you committed a crime against someone, you hate them. You didn't commit a crime against them because you loved them. You didn't start punching him in the face because you loved him. I mean, come on. It's really, really stupid. I get it, okay? I understand y'all are like, hey, this needs to be a racial attack incident. And, I mean, it is. He clearly attacked the guy based on race. Why else would he just do that, right? But I don't think those should be considered that way. I think assault should be assault. I think battery should be battery. I don't think we need to start charging people more because it's like, oh, if a black guy attacks a black guy, he just gets assault and battery. If a black guy attacks a white guy, he gets assault, battery, and a hate crime. And if a white guy attacks a black guy, it's the same thing, assault, battery, and a hate crime. But if a white guy attacks a white guy, it's just assault and battery. That is fucking stupid. Nah, that shouldn't work that way. Assault should be assault, right? Battery should be battery. And hate crime, if you want to put hate crime in there as you committed an act of hatred towards somebody else, it needs to be applied evenly. Like if a white guy attacks a white guy, apply a hate crime to him, even though I think it's kind of nothing. Obviously, he hated him. I don't know. I think it's a very stupid thing. We shouldn't do anything based on race like that. There's nothing in our system that should ever be based on race. You know, making status quo, quotas, all that good stuff should not be happening. Nothing should be happening based on race in our government in any way, shape, or form. And yet we have things like that based on race in favor of minorities. And I don't think it should be in favor of anybody. Used to back in the day, it was in favor of the majority. That was wrong. Now it's in favor of the minority. That's wrong. It's just that simple. It really is that simple. We should not look at race at all. It's the only way to end racism. But anyway, they have all this down at the end. Steven Crowder, find this violent felon and put him up behind bars by John Miller. Police said they are looking into the attack, as well as the man seen in the video attacking the employee, FT Quay, whose Facebook page is no longer active, which I bet he's probably hiding out. That was pretty stupid of them to do. Officer learned an employee of the store was assaulted by a young black male who fled the scene with a second individual after the assault. Police said in the statement, store surveillance video confirmed the assault against the employee. Investigators also learned the assault was recorded by a second individual shared on social media, and that second individual was clearly the brother. I mean, that is amazing. Share the story. What always happens, we're told there was a racist attack, and then when it turns out to be a lie, the story appears in a flash because of an effort to make the black perpetrator look bad. You know, because institutional racism. This is the thing about it, right? The left isn't going to cover this story. The left isn't going to get outraged. They're going to hide this story. And I find that to be deeply, deeply disturbing. You know? Fucking joggers. The guy was just out for a jog. Didn't do nothing wrong. Didn't do. Let's see an article stating that they caught the jerk who did this, along with the one who made the video. Both should go to jail for a long time. So, let's see. That thug needs a good beat down, and I agree. And the other guy is in jail for assault. Oh, good. And is the other guy in jail for assault? Never mind. He's asking a question. Nice question mark, asshole. As if using the N-word justifies violence. And that is true. Using words should never justify violence. It shouldn't. That's a very dangerous line to cross over, and it should just never, ever happen. Let's see. About that knee on George's neck. What about it? It's been solved, hasn't it? The cops have been fired. Everyone rioted. Why even bring that up? The case has been solved. What do you want to do about it now? What a stupid comment. God. About that knees on George's neck. Some more violence justifies it? Didn't the cops go to jail? Justice is served through law and order, not from random violence and hatred. Yes, what about Sunglass Guy? Poor deflector? I'm glad... What the hell? He's the one who deflected. He's literally the one who deflected. What the fuck kind of comment is that? I hate people sometimes. I really do. That's fucking stupid. What about the Neon George next? That's a deflection from what happened in the store. Fucking idiot. If you avoid someone that looks, speaks, dresses, and comports themselves like this, you clearly are the problem somehow. What the hell's a comport? Attacker should go to prison no matter what was said. Diversity is strength. Well, I disagree with you there. You don't have to. I think diversity is strength. Every time you see one of these videos, they always claim the N-word was useful or used and it's justified. And that's the thing. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. Well, he said the N-word. You don't get the right to hit him for it at all. Now, if the guy, if you were like, well, he said the N-word and slapped me. Okay, beat his ass. I'm not gonna even remotely go against that. You know what I mean? It's like you shouldn't have laid your hands on him. So I am anti-violence up until the point where someone starts violence. After that, it's like, well, do what you got to do. Don't care anymore. But if nobody lays their hands on you, you don't get to lay your hands on them. Just not how it works. You know? Thought Macy's was being boycotted by BLM? Well, it depends. That depends if they're going to loot it or not, I suppose. Anyone who witnesses such a thing is authorized to use deadly force to stop it, and that is true. That is absolutely true. And that's the funny thing about it, is you all are against deadly force, but then you all put yourselves in situations where deadly force can be used. Maybe y'all ought to stop doing that? People of the left? Just saying? Just absolutely idiotic. And why no coverage of the multiple people who have been murdered by police since this video? Because nobody has been murdered by police since this video. People got killed because they were trying to attack police officers. So, very interesting stance. But also, she gets to cover what she wants. I don't know. Wasn't the attacker using the N-word multiple times? No joke. And how come while he is beating him, he doesn't mention having said that to him? That too. Also, so now name-calling justifies beating someone? That would mean cops should be beating some asses and libs shouldn't cry about it. So now they've just set a precedent here. Anytime a police officer is insulted, he has the right to beat your ass. Way to go, guys. How fucking stupid are you? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you all on the next one. Later.